Greetings, my friends, greetings. It is I, Hans, coming to you from Pfaffenhofen headquarters in Frankfurt, Germany. Welcome to this short prelude to the 2017 Nimfest videos. For those of you who have been out of touch for a while, just let me recap some recent history of Nimfest, specifically, and the Vital 35 in general. In fact, let's begin with our entire corporate structure, as there seems to be some confusion among our members concerning this topic. Let's start at the very top. So here is the organization we are all familiar with, the Vital 35. It is a wholly owned subsidiary of Pfaffenhofen. In turn, the Vital 35 owns TU, Totally Useless, and the Pagan Boys. So, Vital 35, owned by Pfaffenhofen, sponsors Nimfest and Burning Bast. Vital 35 owns TU and Pagan Boys, and they sponsor no events at this time. Is that clear enough? Yes. The Vital 35 annually sponsors Nimfest in Crush Lake, Minnesota, and uses this event as a backdrop for its annual Board of Directors meeting. Nimfest is our annual social gathering where we share fellowship and make merry with one another. The Board of Directors meeting occurs in this context. At this meeting, we elect our Board of Directors and attend to other important business. Many of you might also be familiar with the Twin Cities event known as Never on the 4th of July Picnic, casually known as Ostfest, a reference to co-founder Bob Ostland. Last year, we formally acquired the Ostfest event and merged it with Nimfest while giving it a change of venue, but keeping the Nimfest name. Combining these two events has given us over 4 decades of event continuity. We also acquired a pair of struggling social groups this past year whose members seem to have become completely aimless in recent years. They are namely Totally Useless and the Pagan Boys. Both acquisitions seem to be a good fit for our members as A, we have many individuals who are members of all of these groups, and B, the mission statements are almost identical to the Vital 35 mission statement. One of the main orders of business undertaken each year by the Board of Directors is the election of Bast of the Year. For those of you who don't know, a Bast of the Year is a Vital 35 member who has fallen from grace in the eyes of the board. There are many explanations for the origin of this term. Some say it's actually an acronym for bumbling and stumbling twit. Others say that the term is merely a shortened version of the word bastard. And still others claim that there was an umlaut over the A that has long since been discarded, but that the pronunciation of the umlaut remains. Whichever explanation you choose, the fact remains that Bast is intended to be a derogatory term applied to the person so chosen. Anyway, after a new Bast of the Year has been elected, we perform a ceremony known as Burning Bast. This event has become hugely popular and is quite likely the reason that attendance has swelled in recent years. We also have some other up-and-coming events that are very popular with our members at large. They include Thursday and or Friday golf, the Friday night formal opening ceremony and bean feed, and the very new, very exciting and somewhat daring event known as the Roman Candle Duel. I hope this glimpse into the corporate structure of your organization and the events they sponsor is enlightening for all of you. Instead of combining this video with the other two into one long video, they have been broken up into 3 bite-sized pieces, if you will, each video being about 4 minutes long. They include this video, the Board of Directors meeting video, and the Burning Bast video. So watch them at your leisure. Watch them all, or not at all. But before I sign off, there are 3 things I want you all to keep in mind. Number 1, if you attend Nimfest, you get to speak your piece and then cast your vote for Bast of the Year. Only attendees are allowed to vote. Number 2, more importantly, you can defend yourself and make sure that you do not end up being Bast of the Year. And number 3, some of you members who live out of state seem to think that mere geography and distance are enough to shield you from becoming Bast of the Year. The 2017 Bast of the Year thought this as well. His smug demeanor quickly turned to shock and horror when he learned of his selection as Bast of the Year. I urge you all to not make the same mistake. Please enjoy the rest of the videos.